Trump is going to continually try to convince us that that healthcare plan is coming, but we've been implying all along that he keeps saying this. Well, you know who's created a great mashup of all of those times? Midas Touch. So here's their latest ad.
When we win on November 8th, we will be able to immediately repeal and replace Obamacare.
My first day in office, I'm going to ask Congress to put a bill on my desk.
I hope we're going to surprise you with a really good plan.
You can end up with great health care for a fraction of the price, and that's going to take place immediately after we go in, okay? Immediately. On my first day.
You're going to be very proud of what we put forth having to do with health care. I know that we're all going to make a deal on health care. That's such an easy one.
Form a really great plan.
You've been in office 3.5 years. You don't have a plan.
Well, we haven't had, excuse me, you heard me yesterday. We're signing a health care plan within 2 weeks. A full and complete health care plan.
I've been saying this for a long time.
And unfortunately, the joke is on us because hypothetically, the Supreme Court, especially with Amy Coney Barrett, might strike it down. And I will say this: his little thing, his latest excuse is effectively that he can't reveal it because it's under audit. No, I'm kidding. He can't reveal it because he's waiting to find out what happens with the Supreme Court in Obamacare. But think about that, really, strategically, from a political point of view, in the closing week of an election, Americans are very worried about healthcare. Probably has something to do with the fact that we're in the worst pandemic in a century. And they're looking at him trying to strike down healthcare for tens of millions of Americans. That makes many people uncomfortable and theoretically might make them less likely to support him in the election. He supposedly has a backup healthcare plan that he could reveal, which might reassure some Americans that even if the Supreme Court strikes down Obamacare, he will have something to protect them, but he's not showing it to us when he could. And it might actually get him some votes. Think about how imaginary that plan must be that he's not putting it out when it could theoretically help him win re-election. The whole thing is just such a sham as people are dying.
Absolutely. I do think, I love that image of him like scooting away on a golf cart because I hope that that's how he exits the White House. And just like keep running. It'll be like the OJ chase, except for instead of the white Bronco, it'll be just Trump on the on the golf court, and feds are chasing him, and like SDNY is chasing him, and everybody, and there he goes, and he's surrounded. I just, one can dream.
The only difference is that the police cars are just policemen on foot pacing him. I mean, those carts have a limit. I'm not saying anyway. Okay, so anyway, look, and again, the joke at the end of the day is on us because he's getting ACB. She might strike down Obamacare. Tens of millions of people will be thrown off their insurance during a pandemic that, if he gets reelected, will definitely be raging across America, at least as bad next year as it is now, and hundreds of thousands of people additionally will die.
Yeah,
but let's go a little bit.
I just want to say people voted for him on those lines. They believed, I don't know how, but they believed that Trump was going to have a healthcare plan. They truly did. And I know that's hard to imagine, but listen to how he sounded before he was elected. It sounded like he was going to replace it with something even better, and it was going to be cheaper, and a lot of people voted for him on that. So just as you're talking to your Republican, friends and family voters, remind them of that. Just remind them.
Yeah. He pretended he was going to pass universal health care. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.